Hello again. All right, so I just wanted to come to you with a few tips on how to effectively communicate in your relationships so that you can build better relationships instead of breaking them down. Um, I know when we all have relationships and we get into whether it's like love, a spouse, or family loved ones, a lot of times when we argue or have disagreements, sometimes the things that they say can not coincide with how you expect loved ones to speak to you. And so sometimes we have to be able to um, one, we have to learn how to effectively communicate because, everybody's going through stresses, everybody's going through struggles, and sometimes we may lash out. Sometimes we may interpret other people's words or actions as um, signs that are indicative of negative traits of people's past relationships. But in actuality, it really is just like a misinterpretation. So, reason why I'm saying this is because oftentimes when we get into arguments with our loved ones and people are like, oh my gosh, this person came into my life and I just thought we had like this amazing connection, but turns out they're just like everybody else. But in actuality, you just did not effectively communicate um, where each other's were coming from, because from your perception it's looking like they are repeating patterns that you're used to seeing in the past, which is why you label it that way. But if you talk to them about it, you may see, no, that's not the case. No, your perception is off. I'm really going through something eternal because I went through XYZ in the past. But certain people aren't comfortable talking about past trauma, their past struggles, and their insecurities because they feel like if they talk about their insecurities, then they can be manipulated, which is something that happened with me. And so sometimes you may have to, especially if it's somebody who has dealt with a lot of trauma, because I know when you are recovering from trauma, your guard will be up and it will be hard for you to learn how to understand that people genuinely love and care for you. It can feel difficult at first because if you come from like a mentally or emotionally abusive relationship or family background where it's like, oh, I love you, but if you don't do what I say, then it's lights out. We're conditional love, so to speak. So you have to be able to discern, like, no, this is different. So it is totally okay for individuals to have disagreements. That is normal. That makes us human. We're supposed to have our own opinions. But sometimes when we have disagreements, they can be because of past trauma, limiting beliefs. And when people say things, we know that it triggers us. And so instead of lashing out and retaliating and allowing those negative emotions to feel, one of the best things you can do to help those relationships is to just step back from the argument. Allow yourself to say, you know what, this isn't working. Not relationship, but the conversation isn't going anywhere. Let's put a pause on it for now, so we can calm down and communicate effectively. Because if you keep going, you just let the cycle go up, and then you're just angry, and then you're just lashing out, and then you're more hurt, and then those feelings compound. But when you decide to take a break and pause and go back and allow yourself to think, like, am I getting triggered by what they said? Are they intending to trigger me? Are they just go through the motions, do your brainstorming, do your critical thinking to analyze the situation. Are you reacting that way because you are triggered? Are you reacting that way because of past trauma? Are they trying to show you something different and you're refusing to see? there's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to effective communication. So in my tap-in coaching program, I work with people who have dealt with limiting beliefs, past trauma, mental, emotional abuse, or just had like a lot of emotionally taxing things, and so it's hard for them to get out of survival mode. So when you are in survival mode, it's like you're seeing life through a different lens, and so when you take it off, you're able to let love in. And so when you're in that lens of trauma, past hurt, genuine love can be deceptive, and you may correlate genuine love with being too nice, being mushy, or not trustworthy, and you may correlate true love with extreme passion or toxicity. It's like, yeah, I know he did this and that, but they love me. Deep down, they love me. But it's, like I said, it could also be because of conditioning from past relationships, past family dynamics. Actually, my Stress Alchemy course has an entire section in the toolkit on how to create healthy relationships in your life. And I dove deeper into that in my tap-in coaching program. So if you want more information about my Stress Alchemy course and my tap-in coaching program, just go to thestewproject.com. There are links in the description box for more details, and I hope this helps. And if you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.